Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas. Hello, I'm Billy Cauthen, the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Post Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Breaker 19.
Breaker 19.
Hey, did you get that video I sent you yesterday?
Was it a Breaker 19 video?
It was a CB video. It was kind of funny.
I did. You know, I didn't even look at it, Billy.
Didn't even look at it. How are we going to have hot topics to talk about today if you don't watch the videos that I send you?
What was on this video?
It was apparently a new trucker got him a CB, and he was having a good time.
Was it savory? A savory type?
Yeah. And they, his fellow truckers kindly advised him to hush.
To back down?
Yeah.
First, as we get started this morning, the question of Friday morning here on this faithful Friday is, do you own a CB radio? Citizens Band. We're not talking government band, even though they're monitoring. We're not talking, some other sort of prestigious band. It's for you, the citizens. Channel 19 is where you need to hang out.
Yeah, you can learn all kind of new words. Words and phrases.
I got half my vocabulary off CB radio. You know where the other half came? Now, Dr. Henriksen may not like this, but it's okay. We all work together. But he knows my story. My dad was commander of the VFW. I got the other half of my vocabulary at the local VFW. Things I learned growing up.
Bless you, son.
Things I learned growing up. Good stories, good patriotism, and I learned how to play dominoes. And you know what? You can learn those same things at the Legion, too, at the Post. So we're going to have a good show today.
If you want to brush up on your shuffleboard or pool skills, you come on down to Elkslow.
Uh-oh, man. Now we're going to have a – see, we got –
Oh, boy, you got –
Do y'all have – but it really comes down to the wax balls on those
it
tables.
Does.
Do you have the premium, or is it like an Amazon cheap, $5 box of wax?
We probably still got a bucket from 1976 in there that we're scooping out of.
Well, that's good. It's still got some of that special oil in it.
Yeah, the guys playing on the bucket have bell bottoms on. And them striped shirts.
Man, I have not played shuffleboard in a long time.
And it's crazy because I go places that have shuffleboards, and they're like sweeping the stuff off.
You're supposed to be on there.
It's supposed to be on there. It's supposed to be a uniform layer on there.
Have you ever hit it and then you hit a dry spot and then it just kind of dies?
It does the skip.
Yeah. Or it'll just die. It'll just, and then boom. And you can't see it because there's just that little area that's missing. You think, man, I've got this great one coming in. It's going to be right there at the end. And then all of a sudden it just dead stops.
Yeah, like spins and peters out. Yeah. Where I get my hair cut, they have a short version of the shuffleboard. And, God, those kids, man, they take those pucks and they throw them like 100 miles an hour and they crash and hit the back. And all I could think is when I was a kid and if that thing went off and hit that, there was people that would swing out of nowhere. Quit doing that.
Yeah, it's disrespect is what it is.
It's loud, too, yeah.
It's loud and disrespect. You don't go into another facility, especially you think of somewhere, where our veterans are at, and you don't go in there as a kid. My dad warned me quick when we grew up at VF. He said, you treat everyone in here with respect just the same way you treat me, son. And he said, and if these gentlemen want to talk to you or if there's ladies and the ladies auxiliary want to talk to you, he said, you talk to them. And you be respectful to them because that's the way my dad raised me, and so that's another thing I learned growing up. And the same thing for kids who had the opportunity to grow up in American Legion, they all understand this. It's all about respect and surrounding yourself with good people. It's a great place to grow up. So, well, hey, we got a great show lined up today.
Yeah, we do.
We'll start this morning. Hey, even though we're not downtown anymore, we still send the love to Paul Oley. We appreciate Paul.
I thought we already started.
We did, yeah.
Oh.
Did I just say we're just now getting started?
Yeah, I think so.
That's
I don't know.
My brain is half gone every day anyways.
Yeah, I hear that.
I'm battling upper congestion, It's better than lower congestion, let's be honest.
Yeah, you're on live with the Raspy Brothers this morning.
Welcome in the Raspy. Billy and I, we enjoyed a good old pack of Marlboros before we got on there this morning.
Packing them up.
No, we are here. Welcome in as we get started. Paul, the gallery, we appreciate Paul, 1201 University. Paul, we love you, man. For all of your custom framing, photography, and more, go see my good friend Paul Oley. He's at the gallery, 1201 University. Huge special shout-out, as I say every morning. Never want to gloss these over, but our friend Elliot Herzig of Elliots Jewelers, online at elliotsjewelers.com. And, man, look what I got in the box here. You know what, Billy? Let's do this. Let's put this right here.
You want me to put them earrings on?
Yes, sir. If you don't mind, I'd just like for you to.
Yeah, I bet you would.
I'd just like for you to put them on, Billy. And we're going to change your name to Billy Nita.
Billy Nita.
Billy Nita, it's so good to see you this morning, Billy Nita. That's a fun name,
I feel that we have.
Bridget, sweetheart, if you're watching, if we have another daughter, can we please name her Billy Nita? I just think that's a beautiful name.
No, we're not doing that.
Think about this. Did you know that every name that someone came up with early on, and it was the first time, people probably thought that is the most ridiculous name? Someone.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Someone said, Walter. Walter was a bad name. Well, Walter Cronkite. Mm-hmm. Somebody probably said Andrew was a bad. Well, there's Andrew. Andrew's all over the place. Now, the only name that really that's still bad is Robin. That's my name. And, as a guy named Robin, you get called Robin Redbreast growing up. But it's okay. I enjoy my name. So that's my nickname, though. They call me Robin Redbreast, Billy. So thank you for not calling me that.
Yeah.
I was waiting on you to say, yeah, Robin Redbreast.
No. See, I don't be picking on people's names.
You just pick.
You can't do nothing about it.
I don't pick on people's names. I just pick my nose.
Yeah. I could go in the spill about my name, but we're just not going to do that today.
We're going through the phase with my daughter right now of her touching her nose, picking her nose, and I said, sweetheart, you got to stop doing that. She's almost 3.
You got to get them bugs out, though, man.
Yeah, but she did the one where you do that and then do that.
Oh,
I said,
nope.
I said, you cannot do that, darling.
That is my kryptonite, and my family will tell you. With my profession, I can go and do anything. I can see anything. It doesn't faze me. There was a young man at church one day. He was in the pew in front of us. He turned around, looked at me, picked a fresh one, and inserted. And
no.
Jacqueline will probably jump on here and confirm this. I turned green and went down. That is my kryptonite. I can't. Nope.
You were in the middle. They thought the demons were coming out of you, but it was really that kid up front.
God, yeah. And we're still friends with the kid's family.
Did you ever confront the family?
No, but I think about it every time I see the kid.
Do you walk by and you're under your breath like, booger
eater? I don't care if you pick them, just don't eat them.
Poor Dr. Henriksen's in here. They said, what did I walk into?
You know, what's that old thing, farm to table?
Boy, that's right there.
Oh, God. He just...
That's farm to table turning a nostril to tongue.
I folded up like an accordion. I was out.
Oh, man. Billy, do me a favor real quick. Hold this phone on top of this real quick here. Let's see if it does like a jewelry case. Oh, that did something. Look, you see that bling? All right, now watch this. Here's what we. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me?
Am I a good holder?
I just got all excited. I said, man, look at this. And then you know what's? It's not even coming on the video this morning. Man, we may have to try this a different way, Billy. It's nothing you did. I usually
Don't blame me for it. Your damn phone.
It's nothing you
If
did.
it was an Apple product, wouldn't have a problem.
Oh, you know what it is? I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi here at the church. That's what it is. So we'll just hit a disconnect and a reconnect.
Do you offer Wi-Fi for all the people that come to church here?
Yes, we have a guest Wi-Fi.
Okay, just checking.
And Anthem, I'm going to give them a plug. They've helped us with events in the past. I don't mind plugging them. Anthem Technology, Kevin Dix, they came in and redid everything. We got fiber all over this church, and I'm going to tell you, man, our internet has been top-notch. The wireless, you can walk from the building here, the main sanctuary, the historic building, to the chapel that you're in to get your morning brew.
Yeah.
And then across the street to the FLC.
Not everybody knows about that.
Yeah, that's hidden. And we don't have any drops in Wi-Fi. It's just great. And that's thanks to Kevin Dixon.
Anthem came in and fixed up my sound system. I mean, they took out the 8-track player and the record player. And
I'm going to tell you, Kevin and those guys are just top-notch. They're just good people. I know the screen went black. Y'all going to have to bear with me here.
should we take the little price tag thing off of it? Or
No, that's okay. It's good to show it so people know what they're.
that Elliot has a barcode system?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on, man. I didn't connect my phone to Wi-Fi this morning. So
Which one are we in? This one?
No, hold on. Let's go to yours right there. There you go. So that is it.
Can we see it?
That's
there
it.
it is. It's beautiful.
This whole long, drawn-out process because of me is because Elliots Jewelers has been so gracious. We have, I believe, 15 of these remaining now. And if you can get this, it's valued. What does that price tag say? That's why I wanted it on there. What does it say?
$1 million.
Yeah, $1 million. Yeah, right. Dr. Henriksen's like,
man.
hook me up, man.
$319.
$319 is the suggested retail value. It's a beautiful half-carat diamond pendant along with 2 matching earrings. Now, this isn't your cream of the crop clarity, but they're still very beautiful. And for a suggested donation of just $100 or more, you can have these. We have 15 of them remaining.
Dude, we could flip this. Yeah. We could get it for $100. We could find 2 gangsters and sell them each one of these little diamond earrings.
One stud.
Yeah. And we sell them for $200 apiece.
There you go. And then take that money and give it to the Care Center because that's what we're doing this for.
Oh. Unless they call Greg, tell them I ain't coming in today.
But no, it is a very special
That
benefit.
is very, very nice. I mean, I'm not a jewelry expert by any means. I mean, I don't even wear any.
No, they are beautiful, and that, again, is courtesy of our friend Elliot Herslick.
Who's a pretty cool dude. If you ever get a chance to just sit down and talk to him, he's a great guy.
Every penny earned from the sale of, or from the donation of these is going back to Care Center Huntsville to help their mission of helping women and protecting life and taking care of babies. And so we would love your support for that. If you are a guy out there and you say, man, I've been wanting to get my darling something sweet, something beautiful, where else are you going to find diamond pendant, matching diamond, for at least $100? You can donate more if you want, but $100 suggested donation, we'll gift you that for that donation. So
yeah, Dad. I mean, like, again, I don't know a whole bunch, but it looks like it's well worth that.
All you have to do is go to our website at hellohuntsvilletx.com.
You finally got it to
There.
work.
Yeah, here we go. Billy, you mind holding that for me there? Now,
It don't look right.
yeah,
I'm not seeing it on the screen right there.
Hold on. Let's do this is the joy of live video, right? Whoa, watch out. That's my knee there. Watch out there, knee boy. All right. There we go. Now zoom in on that bad boy there, Billy. Let me turn off this sound too. There we go. Those are beautiful, right? Look at that. It just don't get any better than that, man. So there you go. Diamond pendant, courtesy of Elliots Jewelers. So we wanted to make sure we mentioned all that this morning. Also, a huge shout out, of course. We would not be able to be here on this Faithful Friday without our great friends from Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Hometown values, hometown traditions. I'm going to tell you, folks, I say this all the time, and I'm always going to remind folks of this. I know Billy and I cut up and have a fun time here on Fridays, but if you are going through where you need somebody to take care of your family during what could be the most troubling time, losing someone close to you, friends, I can tell you this, not because Billy sits on my right side, and I know Greg, and I know the staff over there, but there is just nobody that I know of that's more compassionate and caring when it comes to taking care of your family and your loved ones when that time comes, when they're called home to be with the Lord. Friends, I want you to remember Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. It's not one of those places that, you hope you have to call, but eventually you're going to have to call.
Yeah.
And
there's going to come that time.
They're going to take care of them. Greg has invested so much in this community, not just here in Huntsville, but surrounding areas as well. And whenever it comes to great folks, you'll meet, Billy, I'm trying to tear him up this morning, but it's going to be hard-pressed to find a guy that's as genuine and as caring as this guy right here to my right. So wanted to give you that shout-out, brother.
Thank you, sir.
And I said it from a place of love and compassion because why, Billy? What's on your coffee mug today?
Hearts.
There you go. Where'd that one come from?
I think we had a little deal at the funeral home where we made a bunch of baskets or whatever, kind of like exchange between and this is what I think Kay Fisher is where this, it was her basket that I got. So
for those of you that are joining this morning, maybe it's your first time and you don't know why we're talking about a coffee mug. Every Friday, Billy has a different coffee mug.
I need more, believe it or not. I know that sounds crazy.
Hey, I got an idea.
We should have a coffee mug drive.
We should. Listen, this morning, I'm going to tell you something, friends. I'm not even joking. If you have an overstock of coffee mugs in your cupboard, how many do? We do. We got more than we need.
I like the big ones.
If you got an overstock of coffee mugs in your cupboard, is that what you call it? So bring them here to the church.
Yeah, bring them here, Jacqueline.
Bring them to the church, and we will graciously donate these to Billy Cauthen, so he'll have a different one every Friday morning. So bring them here, 1229 Avenue J, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 3. Miss Molly up front will gladly accept them. Hey.
I like the big ones because, I make the coffee at the house, and then I get in the truck, and our road, which is Precinct 2, which they do a good job of maintaining it.
They're right below Precinct 3, though. It's
well, my commissioner's pretty solid dude.
I'll put my commission up against your commission
any day.
An arm wrestling match.
Shit, Ronnie kick his butt. I got an old school commissioner. He don't take no. Anywho, it's just our road it's old, so the patches are what makes the road. The road's not there; it's just the patches.
Is it one where you got to tighten the lug nuts every day when you get home?
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. But let me tell you, ain't nobody gonna come flying through there in a lowrider. But no, so I like the bigger mugs. That way I don't spill it on me, So, yeah.
Awesome.
So I'm in trouble with my wife now. So
what'd she say? No, you don't.
About the more coffee mugs.
Oh, yeah. Well, don't worry. We'll leave it at the
what
church.
I do, I have a wife and then I have a work wife. And I make the coffee at home, and then I go to the office and I get a couple cups there. And then for whatever reason, I set that cup down, and that's it. It's done. The rest of the day, it just stays there. And Carrie, again, she comes behind me, picks them up, goes and puts them in the dishwasher, washes them, and then puts them in the cabinet at the funeral home. So every so often, I have to go find a box. And I put the coffee mugs in the box, and I take the newspaper and put them between the mugs. And I call it moving out. I'm moving out of the funeral home. And I take them back home, and then, of course, Jacqueline's mad at me because I never tell them if they're clean or dirty or what. I set them on the counter there and forget about them. So, yeah, I'm either a slob or very forgetful. And I think it's probably a little bit of both.
If you're ever driving on Normal Park Drive and you see Billy Cauthen with a cardboard box, he did not get fired. He ain't leaving. He's just taking the mugs home.
Yeah.
And I do want one last topic while we're on this coffee mug talk. I think you got to have a coffee mug that's got just a little bit of something down there in the bottom.
I don't like it.
It's seasoned that way. It's like
I don't
a grill.
like it when there was a guy mechanic shop here in town that I used to interact with a lot, and he never, ever, ever, ever watched that coffee cup. When he would get done drinking out of it, he would hold it, because there wasn't, but just a droplet. He would hold it over the trash can, shake it 3 or 4 times, and set it back on his desk. It never got washed.
So It was well seasoned.
Well seasoned. But like when you wash a coffee cup in the dishwasher, sometimes when you put coffee in it, you can taste
the sud.
Yeah.
You got the
So when I take them out of the dishwasher, I turn the hot water on the sink and let them run. And, I won't drink that mess. I want the coffee.
We had back in
the detergent.
2008 was a hard time for so many people. The economy was slipping, businesses were closing. that's when I had my IT company. We were blessed and able to keep the doors open during that time. But I had to make a horrible decision, and it was to let a couple of guys go. And I hated to do it. I had a consultant come in. I talked with them, and I said, what can we do to save these jobs? And they said, really nothing. I said, you said you've got to let a couple of guys go. And we went through, and they kind of said, here's the guys that we recommend you let go. And I said, well, what about just proposing that we just bring them on part-time until we get over this? They said people won't do that. They said they're probably not going to work as hard. There's not going to be the commitment that you need. And I said, well, I know these guys. I know that they just suggested, no, don't do that. So, and here's the good news is after all this happened, you look back years later, I still talk to these guys sometimes. You know, they were upset at the time, understand, but they understood what we were dealing with. Well, one of the dudes, I don't know what was up, man, but we had a coffee pot there at my IT company. Had carpet on the ground in the back. I guess his way of like telling me like I'm going to get you was it was his coffee pot, by the way. There was a little bit of coffee in the bottom of that glass coffee pot. And his way of getting back at me for saying, I'm sorry, man, was he dumped the coffee on the carpet as he walked out.
It's not nice.
I just remember he was right there. And I didn't even get mad at him because I knew the guy. I don't know what I probably would have thrown the coffee pot at me if it was me, you know. So I would gladly take coffee being poured on the carpet versus the coffee pot being thrown at me. But it was hard. You know, it was
we
difficult.
had a lady that dumped a whole cup of sugar on us here not long ago.
Well, it's because they thought y'all were sweet.
I guess.
Or you weren't sweet. That's what it was.
Remember it was up at
you're talking about Terry Coleman.
God, I'll never forget the look on her face.
Well, hey, we got a great show lined up. Our friend Dr. Henriksen patiently waiting. We're going to take our first break. Hey, one more opportunity. I've been trying to give away Bearcat tickets all week, and nobody has texted in. It's because people are out and about. They're busy this weekend.
Yeah, this is a tough weekend, especially at the Cauthen household.
If you can go to the Sam Houston Hawaii football game on Saturday, I have 2 tickets.
Hey, there's supposed to be a drone show or something.
Yeah, come on. Text in for the drone show.
Yeah.
2 tickets. I will give those away to you today. Very good seats, courtesy of our friends at Sam Houston State University. And all you have to do is text in the keyword
Cats.
with a K.
With a K.
K-A-T-S.
When you said Sam Houston, I automatically thought you were talking about us. And for a minute, I had like a mini freak out.
Talking about who? Oh, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral.
Yeah, I'm like, we bought no tickets? Whoa, time out.
We just started talking about fundraising, courtesy of Sam Houston. No, Sam Houston State University Athletic Department, they've given us some tickets. If you would like to go to the game this weekend, maybe you're not going to Lasso. We'd love for you to go to Lasso. But if something's going on and maybe you got family in town or you can't go to that event, we do have 2 tickets to the football game at Bauer Stadium. A fun atmosphere. They're going to have a drone night, and all you got to do is text in KATS on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139.
Just do it.
Just do it. All you got to do is text in 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. Hey, our Faithful Friday is brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Hometown traditions, hometown values. Billy Cauthen. They'll take care of you. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. Dr. Henriksen joins us on the other side. We're going to be talking a little bit about American Legion, learning some more from Dr. Henriksen, and also the great things that our post is doing here in Huntsville, Texas. Stay with us. More to come. This is your show on a Faithful Friday. This is Good Morning Huntsville. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 million investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville. Braylon, say this is Spirit Radio.
This is Spirit Radio.
All right, friends, welcome back at as we continue on. Now, time is 8:09 in the morning here on Good Morning Huntsville. Thanks for joining us here on this Faithful Friday. It's always our joy and privilege to bring you this show every morning to highlight the good here in Huntsville, Texas, and to lift up and inspire our community. As you're waking up this morning under fair skies, how about 68 degrees, 93% humidity, patchy fog as you get going. We're going to get up to 93 tonight, 72, and then all weekend long it'll be in the mid-90s, but mostly sunny. That forecast will remain the same at least through next Thursday, as we've got some beautiful weather here in our community, especially this weekend for Lasso Your Imagination. We hope to see you all out at Walker County Fairgrounds here coming up tomorrow. It's going to come up pretty quick. Well, now my joy, privilege, and honor to welcome on a friend that I had the privilege of meeting I guess about a month ago or so, and so thankful to have Dr. Richard Henriksen on with us today. We're going to be talking about the American Legion Post here in Huntsville. But Dr. Henriksen, before we get started, I just wanted to mention, you've got a long-standing tradition and connection here to Huntsville. You were retired as a distinguished professor at Sam Houston State University, worked in the counseling department for many years, and just wanted to say, shake your hand and say it's a pleasure to sit here with you today.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Dr. Henriksen, let us know. I guess we'll start with this before we talk about the Post and all those great things and some events coming up. Let us know just a little bit about you, your journey to Huntsville, and maybe some family things. Kind of give us the Dr. Henriksen story, if you don't mind.
All right. It's such a pleasure to be here this morning and to talk to all of you and to be with you, Rob. A lot of fun. I came to Huntsville the first time when I was a student at Texas A&M University Commerce, and I was a substance abuse counselor, and I came to Huntsville. That would have been back in around 1996 to attend some workshops through the TDCJ on working with offenders who had substance abuse problems, and fell in love with Huntsville. Left for many years, finished my university education at Texas A&M Commerce. I got my bachelor's degree, my master's degree, and my doctorate degree there in clinical mental health counseling. And always have wanted to teach in Texas. I was fortunate. Aggie Land paid for my doctorate degree with a agreement that I would teach in Texas as a way to pay Texas back for being so generous to my family and I. They paid all of my tuition fees, books, research materials, and provided us with a stipend for 4 years. You just don't get that to happen that often. The unfortunate thing was when I graduated, there were no jobs in my field in the state of Texas, whether it be a state-supported university or private university. So we had to leave. I won't say where we went because we don't like the neighbors that much to the north. But we went there. We went to Illinois, and then a wonderful friend of mine who has passed away, Dr. Richard Watts, called me one day and he said, "Are you and your wife ready to move back to Texas?" On the day he called, it was 13 degrees, and we had 1.5 feet of snow on the ground. And I said, "Tell me one thing." And this call was in February. I said, "What's the temperature there in Huntsville?" He said it was 81 degrees. I said, "When you sending the ticket?"
The next call was a real estate agent,
exactly.
Right?
So my wife and one of my daughters, I have 3 beautiful daughters. One lives in Minnesota. We'll be moving to Texas, we think, next year to join the family. And then my middle daughter lives here in Huntsville, and she has 3 beautiful grandchildren for us. And then my youngest daughter lives down in Conroe with her husband. And so we moved back with one daughter, my wife and I, and we moved to Huntsville in 2006. And it's where I finished my career. I taught there for 16 years. For a period of time, I was the director of our 2 mental health clinics. I specialize in acute mental illness and also working with veterans with a whole host of life issues, going on, and was fortunate enough to, at the time, be named the 17th Distinguished Professor at Sam Houston State University.
Wonderful honor, yes, sir.
Wonderful honor. One of those things you got that you don't work for. You don't even think about it. And then you get a phone call from your dean saying, "You've been nominated." Of course, there's always, I always say when something good happens, something else is coming. And what came was, now you have to put together a portfolio telling why you should get this honor. My portfolio ended up being 100 pages.
Wow.
of my academic and professional history, including all the community service that I do. We came to Huntsville and we fell in love with the community, and we have been blessed to be able to provide assistance to those who seek assistance at the Good Shepherd Mission. And during that time, for 13 years, I provided with my students, master's and doctoral level, free counseling to the people that came to the Good Shepherd Mission seeking help and seeking assistance. It was estimated that if they put a value on the services we provided, it was close to $400,000 worth of free services. And what a joy that was to work with so many people and see so many people change their lives. I also had the opportunity for many years to work with Mr. Robert Bennett, who was over the alternative school program at Huntsville ISD. And I got to work with a lot of the young people who were in the discipline alternative ed program. I always told the kids, I said, if they'd have had that program when I was in high school, back in the 60s, I would have been in that program because I was just like them. And the joy in working with so many of those young people is today I can go to Kroger's, I can go to Walmart, the car wash, the hospital, and I see the students I worked with working there because we helped them turn their lives around. And that's the joy that I get out of life. I think the good Lord blessed me with this wonderful ability to relate to and connect with people. And that's what my life is all about. That's where joy is, and my wife gets involved with that. My daughters do a lot of volunteer work. It's become a family thing that's just automatic for us.
Well, it's great. We're so privileged to have Dr. Richard Henriksen Jr. here joining us on the show this morning, serving our country and being involved in the American Legion. We'll talk about the Legion here in a moment. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you for your service to our country as well. And
thank you.
And all the things that you do. Can you kind of give us a little bit of history, just, the opportunities that you've had to serve? Do you mind highlighting some of those for us this morning?
Of course, I served my country. I joined the United States Air Force in 1974. I was 21 years old. I volunteered. Vietnam, of course, was still going on. I actually volunteered to go to Vietnam, but because they were drawing down, I was not given that opportunity. My family has a history of serving in the military, going back generations. Not just the men, but the women. I was in the Air Force. One of my aunts was actually in the Army Air Corps, which was the predecessor to the United States Air Force. And I served in Guam for 2 years in direct support of our mission in Vietnam. I got out in 1976 and began to get involved in the community through junior college, which there's a whole story there. I actually flunked out of college 4 times before I decided it was time to stay and finish. But I got tremendously involved in service, and I think that's one of the things that when a young man or a young woman goes into the military, they learn is about giving and about being in service. And I forget the year now, but Jimmy Carter was our president of the United States at the time. And he had a program where they recognized the community efforts of Vietnam-era veterans, and I received a certificate from President Jimmy Carter for outstanding community service as a Vietnam-era veteran. And that was really something that kicked off my work for many years. I have chosen, no matter where I live, to work with young people, and particularly young people who are struggling in life, who would get in trouble in different things. you know, I could so relate with so many of them because I had been there. I was a troubled kid. I came from a broken home. You know, all the negatives that you hear, but I always told them I'm an example that you can rise above, that you can take the experiences that you have and use them as a strength rather than see them as a weakness. And in all things that I did, I always looked to God for guidance. I always looked to God for help. And I would just simple prayers. I would, God, I don't know why I'm in this condition that I'm in. Show me the way out. You know, and it's never one had to have an elaborate prayer. You know, and I shared that love of God with so many people. It's the service that led me to where I am today. You know, and I always tell them, you don't have to go to church every Sunday. You don't have to be in the Bible every day and all these things. All you got to do is believe. And then talk to God like you talk to your friends. He'll answer you. And he'll answer you in a way that will meet the needs that you have.
That's wonderful. Yes, sir.
And it's the wonderful message that I try to carry to people. I was inflicted with Agent Orange. And I have suffered cancers and tumors and just a whole host of medical issues. And people always say, but you're always so positive. You always have a smile on your face. You love to joke and kid. How do you do that when I just had surgery. When I met you, I told you I was getting ready to have surgery.
Yes,
I had surgery 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
You know, and now they're saying that there's another surgery coming to follow that one up. And they said, but you're not down. They said, no, because I've got God. God's going to get me through this one way or another. You know, he's going to guide me through this and help me. That helps me help so many people who see hope, who see that you don't, because of your circumstances, have to be down. And so when you say service, that's the service. That's, you know, it's my pastor always talks about, you know, the hymn, you know, they will know we are Christians by our love. And I love people, you know, and when people ask, what gives you that sense of joy all the time? I just point up.
Amen.
God.
Amen. Well, Dr. Henriksen, I love your story, and I love just the life of service. And when I was so thankful to Roxanne Moss for introducing us together. And it is truly an incredible legacy that you have built, just being faithful to the Lord, serving our country and serving people. And I think that's what it is in a nutshell. And I know just being around you and getting to know you over these last couple of months has made me want to become a better person. And so from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all that you've done and that you're going to continue to do. One of the areas that you just have so much passion of serving and loving other people is serving as the chaplain for the American Legion. Yes. We have such a wonderful post here, specifically in Huntsville, with the Sam Houston Post 95, but you're serving as chaplain over a region. Can you let us know kind of how that opportunity came along and how long you've been doing that and what the job entails?
I started going to Post 95 when I came here in 2006. And for many years, I tried to transfer my membership from Illinois to the Huntsville Post with no success. And then I met a couple of wonderful people at the Post, and they said, we can't believe that they haven't taken care of you yet. Let's get you taken care of and get you here. And that happened about 6 years ago. And I was still teaching. I was still working. And my job, I didn't teach in the daytime. I taught in the evening because I taught graduate school. And they were asking, you know, what do you want to do? We need to get you involved and yada, yada. And I said, well, there's not much I can do now, but as soon as I retire or announce retirement, I'll get involved. 2.5 years ago, I announced that I was going to retire at the end of May of 2022. At that point, the commander of the Post, 95, Terry Batson, said, okay, you're a very religious person, and you just love God so much. We need a chaplain. You're it.
They voluntold you is what happened.
Yeah, you know, when you deal with veterans, you have to be careful because you get voluntold. You know, and I took the position with great joy in my heart, and I hit the ground running. I'm a strong believer that when you take on something and you volunteer to do something, that you do it to the fullest of your ability. And I have a philosophy and a saying that I say to chaplains around the state, really. Being a chaplain is more than saying a prayer at a meeting. It's visiting veterans at home who are homebound. It's visiting them in nursing homes, in hospitals. It's sending cards of get well and condolence. As I mentioned to Billy when I met him earlier today, I have even officiated a funeral at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. That's part of what a chaplain does. Because we have many members of the post in our district. I'm also the district chaplain. So I help oversee, I think it's 15 different posts, not just mine. And many of our members are not church people. So they don't have a church or a pastor. And when somebody passes away, they often, what do I do now? I want a service. I want something. Part of what a American Legion chaplain does is provide those services. And so I've had that opportunity to do that, and do it with great joy, to see the family. And I get cards from the family later on, just thanking me so much for what I did. But it's because of them that I can do what I did.
Amen. Yes, sir.
You know, it's and it's another way that we can show the love of God. You know, and we have so many, I talked to so many veterans who, you know, I never thought about having faith and having God. And in the American Legion, we have a saying that really precedes everything that we do. We do everything we do for God and country. But notice what comes first. God, then country. And even when we took our oath and swore to serve in the military, you did it for God and country. You know, and it's so important to do things that help fill that life, you know, for people. And so, you know, when I go to the post, always, so many people, they just call me Chaplain. They don't call me Richard or Dr. Richard but nope, the chaplain is here.
Yes, sir.
You know, and that, to me, that's a great honor for them to recognize that and then seek me out. I'm still a licensed professional counselor, and so I use that as part of my chaplain's work to be able to provide counseling services to our veterans and their families when they need it. And again, because I do it as part of my chaplain work, there's no charge when I utilize those skills that I've honed over so many years.
Well, it's great, Dr. Henriksen. I'm so thankful to have you this morning to share not only just a little bit about your life, but the privilege that you have to serve others, just like Billy does with the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. You too are serving others and serving families. We have just a few more minutes on this segment. I wanted to give you an opportunity to highlight some events that are coming up here, specifically at Sam Houston Post 95.
We have a huge event that I'm doing Sunday morning. It will be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Post. We've opened it to the public, so we hope you can come and join us. We're doing what we call breakfast, spiritual growth, and fun. And so we'll have light breakfast. Then I'm going to do about a half an hour spiritual growth activity. And then we're going to spend the rest of the time doing fun and games for families.
Okay.
Normally, of course, our post is well known to be a smoking place. It will be smoke-free and it will be alcohol-free so that families can come and just relax and enjoy and have a good time. And we'll be looking forward to, we're already making arrangements to do it again in October, November, and December, to keep this going, to fill that part of life. We have a big event coming in October. We're doing our commanders, presidents, and directors ball and award ceremony, and we'll be doing a lot of recognition of all the volunteer efforts that are done by the members of our post. We have our big Halloween thing coming up. We'll have hay rides and spook houses and games and fun. That is open to the general public to come and be out there and be a part of that. And so look for the advertising that Roxanne will be putting out all over the place for that particular event. And, you know, just a whole host of other things. And, you know, the last thing I would love to say is, if you're a veteran, or if you're a member of a veteran family, if you're the son of a veteran, if you're the spouse or daughter of a veteran, check us out. We have a lot of things going on. We're very family-oriented. We're trying to grow our families, and we would love to welcome you into the family of the American Legion.
Awesome. Well, more information online at samhoustonpost95.org. What a tremendous, tremendous privilege and honor to have you on our show today. Friends, I'm going to tell you, that's why we do this show, is to lift up our community, to inspire you. And I don't think it's going to be hard to top the inspiration that Dr. Henriksen brings to us. And we'll have to have you on again in a few months if you don't mind.
I would love to.
You have the calendar link. If you need it again, I'll send it to you. And you go ahead and you just book out when you want to come. And whatever date's open, you're always welcome here on the show, Dr. Henriksen.
Well, thank you, Rob.
Awesome. It's so great to have you this morning. God bless you, my friend.
God bless you.
All right. Wonderful morning today as we uplift and celebrate our community again. Make sure you attend these events. I did have one question. Yeah. There's a lot of folks that may already go to church on Sundays. If they get out at noon, can they still come by for those couple of hours until 2 o'clock?
Absolutely. And beginning in October, we're going to move the event to Saturday.
Okay, wonderful.
So that we don't, interrupt, because normally I'm at church still at 10 o'clock because I go to church at 9 in the Woodlands. And so I have to miss church that day, so we're moving it to Saturday to better accommodate those that have a church.
And I believe Roxanne has posted some of those events. We'll approve those and make sure that they're up on our website as well. You can find out more directly through their website, though, at samhoustonpost95.org. We'll take one final break. Our phone and text line, brought to you by our friends at 0 Degree Creations, is going to turn off here in about 2 minutes, so you've got 2 more minutes to text in this morning the keyword Cats. We have 2 tickets that we are giving away this morning to the Sam Houston Bearcats football game on Saturday night. All you got to do is text in KATS on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. We'll take one final break. Billy and I will close it out when we come back. This is your show on a Faithful Friday. We wouldn't be able to have great guests such as Dr. Henriksen if it wasn't for our friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Hometown traditions, hometown values at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Our family serving yours since 2002. We'll take a brief break. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. More to come as we continue celebrating all things good here in Huntsville. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
Hi, I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
So, what's inside the mysterious little box?
Whoa, what box? Oh, that box over there.
You went to Elliot.
Wait, don't open it yet. Oh, and yes, I went to see Elliots Jewelers just a couple of days ago.
Inside the box, is it golden?
Well, I was a little concerned about the price of gold because it's high, but Elliot really helped me find something beautiful and monetarily agreeable.
Oh, well, hey, Can I open it now? Please?
Whoa, just a little longer. You have to at least wait until Christmas Day.
Oh, well, I can do that.
Elliots Jewelers. Fine jewelry and engravable gifts. Schedule your appointment at elliotsjewelers.com. That's ELLIOTTS Jewelers.com.
Make sure there's something extra special inside the mysterious little box you give this season.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
This is Deneen with Guardian Defense, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today. Spirit Radio FM thanks Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home for their support. They offer services including pre-planning, funeral services, and grief support. Their website is shmfh.com, and their phone number is 936-291-7300.
All right, your time to shine here on Good Morning Huntsville.
Hello.
We jam out here on another final edition today. Billy Cauthen with us. Want to get to all of you here in just a few moments. A lot of people chiming in this morning. Jennifer Augustinetti saying good morning. It's a fabulous Friday. Looking forward to seeing everyone at Lasso tomorrow. She will be there. She won tickets on the show this week.
Oh, awesome.
Quentin Glaze, our number one engager. Welcome in. Jamie Saucier Woodwork saying good morning. El Turpening, happy Friday. Ooh, Friday the 13th. I forgot about that. I may stay in today.
No, ain't nothing wrong with Friday the 13th.
Hey, 1976 is Jennifer Augustinetti's, it's her year. She's a bicentennial baby.
Oh, okay.
Bicentennial woman. Jacqueline Cauthen. Never heard of her.
You've never heard of her.
She said she giggled so much she had to get up, by the way.
Yeah, I had to call her. I'm like, what were you talking about in this when I was talking about my kryptonite story?
Deep Clean, Texas, Sky joining us. She said, try having a name like Sky. It's nice now, but brutal as a kid. I could see that.
Yeah, they didn't call you Billy Goat, so.
Karen Clark joining us. Good morning to you. Kyle Kreiner, good morning. The Brisketeer of Huntsville. He said he wanted to see more of my knee a while ago.
He knows what good is.
Jen joining us. Good morning to you, Jen. Rick Boning over at Tomorrow's Promise, also with 0 Degree Creations. Good to see you, buddy. One of the dumplings. Phyllis Dillard, good morning to you. The Horn family joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Richard and Linda, good morning. Autumn Wheaton. Do you know Autumn?
Everybody knows Autumn.
Autumn is here. Good morning, Autumn. Good to see you on this morning. Tammy joining us. Good morning, Tammy. The grandmother of Georgetown, Carolyn Georgetown of Huntsville.
That's a demerit.
I haven't said my hometown in a long time by accident.
This is Huntsville.
Oh, man. Russell Humphrey joining us, saying good morning. Good morning to you, Mayor. Roger Burnett, good morning. Adrian Hunter, good morning. Boy, I clicked it so fast, Roger's name didn't even show up.
Wow.
And a lot of other friends joining us here this morning.
I actually called Adrian yesterday. I had a business idea for her. So
she's a wonderful, wonderful woman. Boy, how about that interview with Dr. Henriksen? Just listening to him, nothing with me, it's all him.
Yeah.
Wasn't that great?
And I'd love to hang out with that dude for a couple hours, you know.
There's some people that you just get this really awesome vibe from, and to me, he's that person. You know, he just is a very comes across as a very compassionate and kind man, and just kind of makes you feel warm and fuzzy. I was telling you that during the break. I said, "Doesn't that guy just kind of make you feel warm?" And I think we need more people in this world that can do that for others.
I mean, just listening to his voice, you know, he's like, I don't know, like he could narrate my life or something.
You know what I was thinking of as he was talking? You know, I was thinking, this guy's like brother to James Earl Jones in a way, you know? So it was great to have him on this morning.
It was fun.
Billy, a few other things going on around the world today, and I have no idea what they are. No
Good,
idea.
Me neither, and we'll just leave it that way.
We have no idea. What's going on in your neck of the woods today? I know people are wanting to know restaurant report. Man, I hate to say it.
Yeah, we're not doing it. It's as soon as I get off the air, the Cauthens are leaving at noon. We're heading to the football game because I'm a sucker and I got to get there and help set up the tunnel and all that. So,
well, I'll tell you what. If anyone wants to go to eat today, it won't
just
be
go eat. Just go eat.
Well, it won't be.
Blessing.
It won't be an official restaurant report. But if you could eat anywhere today, where would you go? I'm honestly, in my belly, I'm feeling Sanders Kitchen again today for lunch.
Man, I went to Lions yesterday. You know, we always meet at Grand Buffet.
Yeah.
And when I came back in, the ladies in the office, we're like a family. Honest to God, we have a table there in the kitchen, and if someone's not at their desk, they're at that kitchen table. We're normally all gathered around. I came in the back door, and all the ladies are sitting there and they're eating, and it smelled wonderful. And I'm like, what are y'all eating? They're like, oh, we went to Sanders Kitchen. I'm like, man, that ain't even fair. They didn't get me nothing. Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, not even
Sanders
a bottle
Kitchen.
of Coke. Nothing. So, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling Joe's Italian today.
If you went, you would go to Joe's.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd get the ravioli or the pizza.
Well, I'm going to save that because we haven't went yet, have we, for a restaurant report?
I don't think so.
I'm going to save that for whenever you're going. But if anyone would like to join me for lunch today, I'm going to go to Sanders Kitchen at noon. So it will not be an official Billy Cauthen restaurant report, but I'm feeling Sanders Kitchen. That's where I'm going today at noon, Billy.
Well, you know, and the people out there that are listening and watching and want to participate in that, we highly encourage that. But also, I need recommendations. Where's a place that you want us to go and check? I know we have a 5 Loaves was thrown up, so we're going to eventually get over there and you know, try that.
Richard and Linda said a great one, said Benny J's Smoke Pit.
Oh, yeah. But, hey, look, I love Benny J's.
It's
I've known that family a long time.
Noon.
You got to get there at 11. Don't be scrolling in at 1:15 and mad because they ain't got nothing.
They probably sold out at noon.
Yeah, you when they open at 11, you better be there helping them put the key in the door because it's good. And he cooks a lot. Don't get me wrong. He cooks a ton. But there's so many people that eat there because it is so good that you got to get there.
Well,
and French fries. Try the French fries. I know that sounds like the craziest thing ever because it's a barbecue joint. The fries, the catfish, and the buttermilk pie, bam. Can't go wrong.
I'm trying to think.
Hey, did I tell you about me and Richard over at Zach or Big E's?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we almost put him out of business.
Yeah,
we was on that catfish now.
Well, I'm going to head over to Sandra's Kitchen today just because I don't want to take away from other places that we may go when Billy's back. So if you'd like to go to lunch today, Sandra's Kitchen at noon. I've really fallen in love with just a basic quesadilla. I mean, the food, and her mother over there, Olga, hand rolls every one of those tortillas. So today at noon, if you'd like to join us, join me. I'll be over there. It's not an official restaurant report, just a time of fellowship and camaraderie.
I think, yeah.
At noon.
Kumbala. I think y'all could do it without me.
Yeah. It won't be the same.
It won't be the same. I mean,
and we're not even going to highlight it as a restaurant report.
Yeah, you won't have the dumb stuff that I say and, mispronunciation of words. And yeah.
That's all right. Hey, on this date in 1788, the United States designated New York City as our country's temporary capital. Did you know that? I had no idea about this. New York City, temporary capital. That was the same day the official motto of the U.S. was announced, E pluribus vis. Instead of ooh, it's not that funny. I thought it was. I got really excited thinking it was funny.
Yeah.
A couple of other things. Dr. Walter Reed. Have you heard of Dr. Walter Reed? They have a whole medical clinic named after him, like the Walter Reed, medical unit. Very big, I think, in the military is Dr. Walter Reed. He was born on this date back in 1851. He was the man that discovered what caused yellow fever. So he was the one. Milton Hershey was born in 1857. Do you know where we're going with this one?
Yeah, that's the chocolate guy.
Yes, that's the Mr. Yes, that is him. That is the Hershey and the guy who coined the pickup line, "How about a kiss?" So, Mr. Hershey. In 1922, the highest temperature ever reached in the shade occurred in Libya. You know what it was? In the shade, highest temperature ever. In the shade.
120.
136.4 degrees.
Man, that sounds like Huntsville.
It was so hot that day that you could start a fire by rubbing two popsicles together.
Wow.
That's just how hot it was on that date. 1959, the Soviet Lunik 2 became the first human-made object to crash on the moon. Success through failure is when that happened. I'm a big space guy, so I thought that was kind of cool. Something here in 1960, the Federal Communications Act was amended to outlaw payola. Do you know what payola is? Payola is kind of pay for play. So payola is hey, I'll pay you if you come onto my radio station and play. They call that payola.
Oh.
And so
that's like what they were doing in that movie, Brother Where Art Thou?
Yeah. So that was outlawed back then through certain stations and things. One other thing here. It was this date, 1977, ABC Television attached the first viewer discretion warning when the sitcom Soap debuted. So it was the first time they ever said viewer discretion advised was back in 1970. Now it's like every single TV program has that.
Yeah, you can't even watch a kid show without getting that.
No, there's nothing wholesome, it seems like, anymore. The cartoon debuted on CBS September 13th, 1969. New episodes still air. This was Scooby-Doo on this date, 1969.
Oh, I watched some Scooby-Doo growing up, man.
Couple of things some of you may really enjoy today. You know why? Today is Bald is Beautiful Day today. Bald is Beautiful. It's also International Chocolate Day. How about that? Fortune Cookie Day, National Peanut Day. And I should have brought this up as we had Dr. Henriksen on. Today is also Positive Thinking Day. And this author says, although I doubt any of that will do us any good. Not very positive.
Yeah, I know.
Friday the 13th is here, so no superstitions. Don't need any of those today, Billy. A couple of final things as we go through here. I want to get to today's impossible question that we have every single day. And, boy, do we even have it today, Billy. I'm sitting here scrolling through this. I should have known this earlier. Give me 1 second here. You guys are heading to Cedar Park, by the way.
Yes, forever away.
That's like a good almost 3.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
Are you and the family? Y'all are all driving.
We cram it up in a car and we're stopping every 10 minutes to pee.
Don't you wish you hey, stop at Buc-ee's in Temple.
Oh yeah, and that'd be what, $120 stop.
Yeah, $120 stop, Buc-ee's in Temple. Today's impossible question. Before we sign off here in a moment, nearly 70% of people say this makes their job better. 70%. I was sitting there thinking, just don't go, but that don't make it better. 70% of people say this makes their job better. Billy's brain is firing off right now.
Hiding in the bathroom, lunch break.
We'll get back to that in just a second. Okay. So think about that, and you answer it too, audience. Kyle said tequila. Did you know this? 66% of people now think it's acceptable to use emojis in the office. How would you?
Well, it depends on the industry you're in.
How do you use an emoji in the office?
Like if you're sending a work email or something.
Oh, okay. I thought, what do you have?
Inter-office communications.
I thought, do you have like a book of them and you hold it up? You know, instead of laughing, you hold up a laughing emoji.
Like some of those teams that we play that's got the poster boards with the different things on it, and they're pointing at the cow.
90% of Americans use what on a daily basis when they're driving? 90% use this when they're driving.
I bet they use GPS.
Seatbelt. That's a good number, because I would assume 20 years ago it was probably half of people.
Yeah.
We didn't wear them growing up. It wasn't a thing that you talked about.
No, our mothers were built in with that safety device, that arm that would swing out.
Yeah. 90% of people nowadays wearing a seatbelt. That's good.
You know, my mother still does that.
What is that?
Like if we're driving somewhere and she's driving, which is rare now, but if she's driving, if she comes to a stop, she puts that arm out.
13% of men would rather have more friends than hair. 13% of men. I guess me, I don't really have anything in the game because my hair's still okay. But
yeah, I mean, I got to get mine cut once a week, so it grows up fast.
27% of men have broken something when they're having a bad day. I've broken something when I'm having a bad day. I don't do it anymore.
You talking about like broken something on your body, or
no,
just
you just
breaking
got
stuff?
mad and broke something.
I don't break stuff on purpose.
I did back when I was in my 20s. I had a lot of anger. In fact, when I had my IT company, I was so upset. This was the moment. Did I ever tell you this story? This was the moment that I decided it's time for me to get out of the IT business. 14 years of stress had poured on me, and I'll never forget. It was like 6 months before I'd sold the business. This is the day that I made up my mind to sell the business. I'm on the phone with somebody, and they are just going off on me about, and it was nothing even remotely related to anything that we did. They were just, and it was every day I had to sit there and just take it in and then be calm about it. Well, after 14 years, if you don't let that out, it's boiled up inside of you. And I remember, Billy, getting off that phone, and I had this office phone. It was one of those VoIP phones that I'd purchased. And I took that thing, and I started slamming it down after I hit the hang-up button first. Mm-hmm. And I got so mad, I started twisting it. And I went out behind the shop, and I threw it on the road and busted it to pieces. The guy that ran my store, Travis, came out. He's like, dude, are you all right? I said, Travis, I need to go home. I'm so upset. I'm shaking, man, and I've never acted like this. And he goes, I think it's time for you to get out of this business. And I said, you're right. And that was the day that I decided to start looking to sell my IT company. It's just too much after 14 years.
I think the only time I've ever been that mad, I was still in high school. And I was trying to replace the header bolts on my pickup truck because I had to replace the gasket. And I was standing on a center block in my driveway. And for those of y'all who's ever had a souped-up Chevy pickup and you're jacking with the head, God almighty, it never lines up. It came out perfect, but it won't go back in. I got so frustrated, man. I threw my hands up through the wrench, and there was a one before on the ground. And I don't know what it was there for, but I picked it up, and I commenced smashing that thing on that center block. You know what I did? I wound up hurting myself, and I still had to finish the job.
That's what happens, man.
Header bolts. I mean, the devil's bolt.
The only other time I got angry like that, it was nothing remotely like destroying that phone. But Windows XP all the software used to come in these plastic boxes that you had to open up. And I was so mad about something. I just got, again, customer. And they were all upset about, they said, well, we're not going to pay for the software because you should have told us before. I said, you have to have the disk. Well, we had copies of Windows XP, but it cost us $100 a copy. And I was so mad because I lost $100 on this deal just to please this customer that I just started ripping that box. And when I ripped it, that plastic sliced my finger wide open. Blood started going everywhere, all over the computer, everywhere. I should have just left it there and said, see what you cost me.
Here's your computer bag. You ought to put some hydrogen peroxide on it. Watch it bubble.
That was where COVID started, by the way, too, that day.
Monkey blood, it was you.
That's right, man. All right, final question here is we got to sign off. Nearly 70% of people say this makes their job better. What is it?
I can't even remember what my original answer was.
I don't know. Oh, you said going and hiding in the bathroom.
Yeah, there's that.
Kyle said tequila. The answer is music at the office. Music at the office is...
At my office, we put on Hello Huntsville.
Do y'all really?
In the morning. And then when it's over, it goes to Britain's Got Talent or whatever.
Yeah. I love it, man. All right, well, that'll wrap it up. We do have a winner today. Someone had texted in, and we got to get off the air, so we won't be calling them, but I will send them a promise that they did win. Billy's got the confirmation here from Joe Reed of the university. I have 2 tickets here in the office. Want me to drop them off? I'm going to go by and pick them up from him. And,
do that.
So we do have a winner today. I'll text that winner here in just a few moments. We did have a few people actually text in once I said today's the final day. So I will get with Joe over at the university, and then I will get with the winner today on those tickets. So
winner, chicken dinner.
There you go. Billy, been a fun week. Thanks, man, for hanging out with us.
Yes, sir.
That'll wrap it up. Friends, as I end every show, reminding you we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. It's Hornet Friday, so
sting them.
Sting them. Till then, friends, have a blessed and wonderful weekend. We will see you back at it Monday morning at 7:30. See you, Billy. Thanks, man.
See you.